Donald Trump says he knows how to immediately end the war in Ukraine but must keep it to himself. That war has to stop, and it has to stop now, and it's easy to do, the former president said Thursday, while staying mum on the specifics of what that would entail. On February 24, Russia's war on Ukraine will have been going on for 1 full year. To commemorate the occasion, Vladimir Putin is reportedly planning a major offensive, a potential move that will culminate 12 months of fighting and horrifying losses, including the death of thousands of Ukrainian civilians and soldiers on both sides, and millions of Ukrainians being forced to flee their homes. Most reasonable people probably wish they could wave a magic wand and end the war right now. But of course, there's no way to do that. Or is there? In an interview that aired on Thursday night, Donald Trump told Right Side Broadcasting Network that peace can be negotiated within 24 hours by saying things that will guarantee that this war will end immediately. Immediately? 24 hours? Either way, this is clearly a great development. The war could be over by Sunday night. Saturday, if we move quickly. According to Trump, the things that need to be said have to come from the office of the president. But wait, you ask, since Trump isn't president, couldn't he get a message to Joe Biden or Biden's people this foolproof way to end the war? Unfortunately, the answer is apparently no. Nevertheless, Biden really should do something about all this needless suffering ASAP. I think the numbers of casualties are far greater than what's been reported, Trump said later in the interview. That will be revealed at a later date. But we have to do something about it. That war has to stop, and it has to stop now, and it's easy to do. In related news, the former president said earlier this week that, as president, he was right to trust Putin more than the lowlifes at the FBI. When these GOP lawmakers think of civil rights heroes, they think of Donald Trump. 2 Republican lawmakers are sponsoring a bill to rename a portion of Representative John Lewis Way in downtown Nashville after Donald Trump. The Metro Council in 2020 renamed the street, once known as Fifth Avenue, after the civil rights activist and longtime Democratic member of Congress from Georgia. Now, State Representative Paul Sherrill, R. Sparta, and State Senator Frank Nicely, R. Strawberry Plains, introduced a bill to rename parts of the street to President Donald Trump Boulevard. The bill would apply to the portion between Dr. Martin L. King Jr. Boulevard and James Robertson Parkway. As the Tennessean notes, Lewis helped lead lunch counter sit-ins along the street during the early years of the civil rights movement. Meanwhile, Donald Trump spearheaded an entire movement around the lie that the country's first black president wasn't born in the United States, among other things. TFWU learned Don Jr. thinks the guns he uses to shoot defenseless animals are capable of shooting down an object 60,000 feet off the ground, i.e. almost double the cruising altitude of commercial airplanes.